Hey guys, and welcome back to Learnin MasterClass. Now we've learned about composing a shot and lighting a shot, so the next step is recording sound for your shot. But how do we choose from the crap load of options we have out there? You've got lav mics, shotgun mics, camera mounted mics, the list goes on and on and on and on. But here's the kicker, gang. You have to decide what you need for your shot, because every mic has a purpose. For example, a lav mic like this is great when you're shooting at a distance, or your actor's running around and you don't have a boom mic, or you simply just want to hide the mic. You can get a wireless mic that has a transmitter unit like this. This sends the audio back to another transmitter unit hooked up to a recorder, like this. I actually use one of these to record my own wedding, and just a quick side note guys, don't record your own wedding. Now if you want something a little cheaper and you have a phone, you can use something like the Rode Smart Lav mic. This baby plugs into the headphone jack on your phone, and with the app that it's coupled with, you can get the same recording setup for a lot cheaper. Our next mic is the shotgun mic, or the boom mic. It kind of looks like a big stick, and it's what we call a directional mic. This means that whatever you point it at, it's going to focus solely on that direction and buffer the rest out. You'd use a mic like this if you had a boom operator and say you were shooting a conversation in a room full of people and you only wanted two people's audio. You just move it back and forth between the two people, and hey, if you don't have a boom operator like me, you can just stick it on a mic stand and place it out of your shot. In fact, I shot the majority of videos this year with this exact setup. Now the next mic I'll talk about is the mic I've been using recently, and it's the mic I'm using on this video. Now before I start talking, I'm just going to mention I was given this mic by Rode for entering their short film competition earlier this year. This little thing is called the Video Micro. It's a camera mountable mic, and when you plug it into the mic input on your camera, you no longer have to deal with that awful in-camera audio. Now you'd use this mic the same sort of way you'd use a shotgun mic. You just point it in the direction of where your actor or where you want the audio to record from, and you're good to go. This mic is great mounted on the camera when you're talking directly to it or not too far away. But say you're standing too far away. If you want to, you can also mount it to a boom pole and use it as a much more lightweight boom mic too. The best thing I find about a mic that plugs directly into the camera is you don't have to sync up the tracks when you get to the edit. You just bring in the movie file and you've got your video and your audio in one file. And that, my friends, is a massive time saver when you produce a lot of content like me. One last mic I want to talk about is a condenser mic. This is something you might use when recording narration, and it's what I use when I record all the narration for film learning tutorials and my animation voice work, and regrettably, my songs. You wouldn't generally use a condenser mic for film audio as they're a bit too sensitive, but for narration, singing and voice work, they're the bee's knees guys. I personally have a USB powered one, and this is great because some require a power station and mixer, and this skips the need for a phantom power unit and mixer altogether. So gang, as you can see, there's quite a few different mics out there, and today I've only shown you a few that I own. As I said in the beginning, you really have to think about what kind of shots you need the mic for, and what your budget is, and that'll really help you nail down the mic you end up buying. Now you may have noticed I left one mic option out, the in-camera audio. Now I realise for some of you that this is the only option, but if you have the money to pick up a mic, please do it, because the bulk of the time, your camera's microphone sucks a big fat nutsack. Especially if you're a DSLR user like me, if I cut to the camera's microphone, you can hear just how much it stinks. Would you release a film with crappy audio like this? I sure as hell wouldn't. That's better. Now the reason most of them suck is because they aren't trying to have good audio. They know you'll hook up a better mic, and for them it's all about the image they're capturing. Hell, even a lot of purpose-built video cameras or camcorders still have dodgy mics, because it's cheaper to produce them and they can upsell you a better microphone. Having said that, if it's your only option, I'd recommend investing in some acoustic foam panels like I have on the walls here, as they seriously cut down on the usual echo from the sound bouncing off the walls in the room. Just listen to how the studio sounded before I installed them. As you can hear, there's a fair bit of echo going on because the acoustic foam hasn't been put up on the walls. So right now we're just in a big empty room, a lot of sound bouncing everywhere. So yeah, very effective. Even if you have a pro mic, I'd still recommend picking them up. Even pro mics pick up that hollow room sound that's not exactly gravy to the ears. You can even hear it on a lot of big time YouTubers videos. Just listen for it next time. Now guys, one thing I haven't talked about yet is the enemy of all microphones, wind. Now it doesn't matter what microphone you use, if you go outside and it's windy, you're basically screwed, unless you have some of these options. You may notice that some of the microphones have like a foam roller you can put straight on there, like so. That looked a bit phallic. Now this alone will help decrease, but it won't get rid of that wind noise. You need something along the lines of a dead cat, like this thing here, or a blimp. Both of these options greatly decrease the amount of wind noise that'll come through, and it's the only way you're going to be able to film outside on a windy day. Well guys, I hope that gives you a better insight on recording audio for your films. As always, if you enjoyed the video, go all clicky on that like button, share it up, and if you're new, mic up that subscribe button. We've got a few more episodes of Masterclass left before Film Learnin starts again, so be sure to check out all 3 seasons down in the description. But for now, here's the Facebook, here's the Twitter, and I'll see you in a few days.